So, this is my WWE Battleground 2013 pay-per-view review. Haven't done these in quite some time because I've been in the last two, and before that I didn't make a video for like 3 months. So, Night of Champions, Why do I keep saying Night of Champions? Battleground. Happened in Buffalo, New York, which is only 90-minute drive from here. And why I didn't go? A lot of factors went into it. Pretty much a lot of just random things happening, one after the other, after the other, after the other, after the other. If you watch my prediction video, you would explain why. You would have known why. But overall the show was you know, so. So I wasn't too concerned of me missing the show. But let me get started with my review. First match was the pre-show match. Damien Sandow going up against Dolph Ziggler, and I thought Damien Sandow was going to beat Dolph Ziggler since he's the Mr. Money in the Bank, but that was not the case. He is on a losing streak. He lost, I believe, to, what was it, Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam. Now he lost to Dolph Ziggler now on the pre-show, and it's kind of sad. He cut a promo saying how he's going to cash in, possibly, in the World Heavyweight Championship match, since it was a hardcore match. The match was decent, but Dolph Ziggler got the victory, which was quite surprising, I thought. And they actually put a pretty good match on. And at the end, I believe they made a injury angle where Sandow's knee was messed up. So even if he lost, he still wasn't able to cash in because he had a messed up knee. First match was actually the World Heavyweight Championship match. Alberto Del Rio going up against RVD in a hardcore match. This was a pretty good match actually. A lot of weapons. They used a ladder. Actually, they used a ladder quite a bit. RVD missed a Van Terminator. A lot of big spots on the outside. Pretty much a good, nice, high-flying match. A lot of spots throughout this match. They used a chair. The chair was a significant factor in this match because RVD went for a Van Terminator, missed the Van Terminator. Then he got face planted onto the chair. Then something else happened. I can't remember what. Oh, his arm was in the chair. Del Rio kicked his face with his arm still wrapped around the chair, and then he got the cross arm breaker on the chair. And then Del Rio beat RVD. There was also altercation with Ricardo and Del Rio, and Ricardo got a bucket, tried to beat up Del Rio, but Del Rio ended up fighting him off or something like that. I can't remember exactly. Next match, I believe, I'm just gonna thinking randomly. I think it was the Curtis Axel versus R-Truth match for the Intercontinental Championship. This actually was an okay match. It was whatever. R-Truth was going to lose because he beat Curtis Axel twice to get this IC title shot. So if you beat the champion, you're going to end up losing when you finally get your championship match. Which that happened. What was it? Axel got the neck breaker and then won. So what was the other match after that? The match after that was the Real Americans. I believe that was before that. The Real Americans. This was a match added today. Real Americans versus Santino Marella and Great Khali. Pretty much what I thought of this match is Cesaro going to do the swing on Khali, and he did do the swing on Khali. I think he got about 8 or 9 swing rotations, and then pinned him. And the thing about when he pinned him, what was funny I thought, was Khali was counting while he was getting pinned, 1, 2, 3. After that was, I believe, the Goldust, the Rhodes family going up against the Shield. So Goldust and Cody going up against Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. And if they win, the Rhodes family wins. Goldust and Cody get their job back. But if they lose, Dusty gets fired from his NXT job. So this is pretty much one of the matches I'm actually looking forward to the most. Started off big, doing the typical Goldust stuff. It's pretty fun. Shield got the better of it. They came. The Rhodes family came back. They got cut off again, and then they came back again. The thing that really got the crowd super hyped up was when they were all Ambrose went after Dusty, and Dusty took off his belt and hit him in the head with it. Then did the atomic elbow. The crowd was losing their mind. And then Goldust came out and took out Roman Reigns, and then Cody did the crossroads on Rollins, and people were just going nuts. And then they pinned him, and then everyone went crazy, and they all hugged. And some superstars came out, and they were on the stage, and that was that. That was one of the moments where man, I kind of wish I was there for that. But Other than that, that was the only thing I said that about that all night. Like, not regretting seeing that, but that wasn't. I'm not like dreading over seeing that, but it just at that time was really cool to see. Next we had, what do we have next? The Divas title match. AJ Lee going up against Brie Bella, and the whole deal there was, is Brie Bella going to win the Divas title and Daniel Bryan going to win the WWE Championship? Well, that was not the case. AJ Lee beat Brie Bella, and they had about 6 minutes, I believe. That's what I read on Twitter. They had 6 minutes for this match. Well, it went 6 minutes long. What was the other match after that? I know I'm missing something. Ryback versus CM Punk. Let me look on my phone. Ryback versus CM Punk was just a. It wasn't like. It was just like a whatever match. It wasn't like that spectacular, but it wasn't boring. It was just kind of there, and it kind of happened. And like there was some okay, cool stuff in the match. What was it? Ryback hit a powerbomb for a near fall. CM Punk hit about to hit a GTS, but Ryback slipped out. Punk hit an elbow. They started brawling outside. They came back in, and then when Heyman was trying to distract Punk, it backfired because Heyman got a kendo stick and Ryback was distracting the referee. But right before Heyman was gonna attack Punk, the referee saw it and came out, and then the referee was talking to Heyman, and then Punk low blowed Ryback to get the victory. So that was that. I kind of randomly guessed that when I was doing my prediction video of how, like, the only reason I said that Punk was gonna win was because I've been noticing every time you're on a pay-per-view poster, you end up losing. So I just said, okay, Ryback's gonna lose. Oh, I forgot the Bray Wyatt versus Kofi Kingston match. And I honestly thought they were going to bring out Kane for this match, but they did not. Kofi Kingston got some pretty good offense in. Looked at one point he actually was in a beat wave. He actually had a chance to beat Bray Wyatt, but that was not the case, and Bray Wyatt got the victory over Kofi Kingston. Then we got the main event. And pretty much the only thing I regret about not going was the main event. Because I thought Bryan was going to win. And it would have been the third time in a row for me to see that. I was there for SummerSlam, I'm there for Night of Champions. Why not go to Battleground? Because it's literally right there. But I wasn't the case, and I didn't go. And I said he probably might not win because they wanted to do like that. If he didn't win, the next time he wins, he either has to win or he's not winning at all. Either he gets beat or he finally does. So I thought, no way they're going to do a no contest, because it seems so weird. Why would they do a no contest for the main event of this pay-per-view? This whole card is essentially, if you bought this pay-per-view, you either bought to see CM Punk, the Gold Shield match, but more importantly, the vacant WWE Championship. You pretty much were guaranteed that you will see someone become WWE Champion. New WWE Champion, which people love to see. Every wrestling fan loves to see a new champion be crowned if they either buy the pay-per-view or at the event. So I was like, man, I'm probably gonna miss Daniel Bryan's the reign that he wins the title, because like if it was far away I wouldn't care, but since it was right there, I kind of did. So that wasn't the case, because match was okay. Typical Daniel Bryan versus Randy Orton match. Great match. A lot of false finishes, a lot of good stuff. They all brawled on the outside. They actually teased it, so you thought it was gonna be no contest. They ended up coming back in the ring. Then Daniel Bryan got the the label lock on Randy Orton. Randy Orton got to tap out. Big Show, I believe Big Show's music playing, started running down the ring, or something like that. He ran down the ring, he pulled out the referee, he knocked out Bryan. So you thought, okay, Orton's gonna pin Bryan. Oh no, then Scott Armstrong came down. So you thought Orton's gonna pin Bryan and win the title. Nope. Big Show pulled out Scott Armstrong. I believe he knocked him out. Then he knocked out Randy Orton. And that was the end of the pay-per-view. They ended the pay-per-view with Big Show standing tall, Bryan's knocked out. 2 referees are knocked out. Randy Orton is knocked out. There is no announcement that the match ended, and you're just left sitting there like, why did I buy this pay-per-view? Why did I spend $60 for this main event? You kinda feel ripped off. Like, even if they did that finish and then had it reversed, it wouldn't be as bad. But the fact that they didn't finish anything was like, really? Like, it didn't even have like a pinfall or like an announcement saying anything. It was just there. That was it. That was the end of the pay-per-view. The reason why Triple H and Stephanie were there because they went. What was it? What's his face? Maddox said that they weren't in the building, so whatever. I can't remember the exact explanation to why, but that's that. Anyways, now I am glad I didn't go to Battleground, because I would spent a good little bit of money to go there, and it would have been not worth seeing just Big Show standing tall and everyone laid out, and that would have been the end of my night. So I'm glad I went to Night of Champions over Battleground. That was my little thing that I went through. I was like, should I gone to Battleground? It's an hour and a half away. Should I go to Night of Champions? That was a 4-hour drive, and I had to rent a car, and it was more money. But at the two, I probably would have had fun on Battleground, but I'm glad I went to Night of Champions to see Bryan actually win and end the pay-per-view like that. Overall with the show, I give it a thumbs in the middle. It was just a whatever show. If you missed the show, you did not miss much except Cody Rhodes. Pretty much Cody Rhodes and Goldust have a job, and CM Punk beat Ryback, so the feud must continue. So Hell in a Cell, R-Truth is on the poster. If he's on the card, he will lose. And the main event of that will definitely be Bryan versus Randy Orton, and I will be ordering that, and hopefully it will be a damn good main event. And I do not know, I think that will be the only Hell in a Cell match on the pay-per-view that actually deserves a Hell in a Cell match, because it actually has time to build, and finally a definitive finish. And then maybe next pay-per-view we could get Triple H versus Daniel Bryan for the WWE titles. We could get Big Show versus Randy Orton. That actually sounds like a good Survivor Series. So that is my video for you today. Thank you for watching. A lot of pauses of me thinking and me like trying to comprehend what I just watched, and still tired, even though I have to wait till 3 o'clock in the morning to go to sleep, because the way my job is, I work from 3:30 to 2 a.m. So even my days off, I have to still stay up till 3 a.m. before I go to sleep, so I can mess with my sleep schedule. So Ross tomorrow, we will have the main event book guaranteed. We will have Triple H explanation, Big Show's explanation, and all that jazz. So, and we'll probably see Big Show in a 3-on-1 handicap match against the Shield at the pay-per-view. That's what I'm going to call for Big Show being disobedient. So that is my little thoughts. Thank you for watching. If you order this pay-per-view, I feel kind of sad. I feel bad for you. Ravi, you probably knew this was coming. And Breach, if you're watching this video, I went 9-1 today. So you know those PDs or whatever you say, the TRTs, the HGH that I'm on, still kicking in and still going. Thanks for watching. That is all.